Welcome to video number 3. We are going to be talking about tech earnings today. As a reminder, this is not financial advice, this is strictly educational. And before we get to the tech companies, let's first start off with what happened on Tuesday and earlier in the week. So, First Republic Bank, this is their stock. They came out with an earnings report. You can see over the past 5 days, they're down 60%. This is one of the regional banks that uh, barely managed to survive the regional bank um, difficulties a couple weeks ago. The big banks deposited $30 billion into First Republic to keep them safe or solvent. And so they released their earnings report and they basically went down a lot because they had still a significant flight of deposits. If we go back and we look year to date, instead of being down 60%, they are down a massive 95%. So this created some anxiety and fear in the markets, which was not good for the markets earlier this week. In addition, UPS also came out with their earnings, and in the report, they had negative news about their the status of the shipping in the country. All right, tech earnings. So on Tuesday after the bell, Microsoft reported and Google reported. You can see here that Microsoft um, beat pretty much across the board on the um, earnings per share and revenue. So let's see how that affected their stock. All right, so you can see uh, after the bell on Tuesday, stock shot up a ton, and right, so that's the 5 day. So we go to the 1 day, and so Microsoft was up 7% because of their positive earnings report. All right, Google also came out and they um, beat their earnings per share by almost 10% and revenue by a couple of percent. Let's see how that affected their stock. They reported their earnings, and at first it gave them a pretty good bump, but then before the market opened the next day, uh, they had gave most of those earnings or most of those gains back up, and so for the day they were actually lower than where they ended yesterday. All right, and Facebook had really good reports, so beat their um, um, earnings per share by 13% and their revenue by 3%. Um, and so let's see how that affected their stock. All right, so this is the 5 day chart. You can see that after the bell today, okay, let's go 1 day, that the market really liked those earnings, up 11% after hours. So really good. So shifting away from the metaverse back onto their core business models. So all that is left is for Amazon to report tomorrow, and we'll see how they do. All right, thanks for tuning in.